Hello everyone, myself Amulya Datta from Assam, pursuing BPT from College of Physiotherapy and Medical Science, Guwahati. Today I will present a topic on brain anatomy. So, what is the objectives? We will be able to describe the general structures of the cerebrum and cerebral cortex. We will be able to identify the cerebrum, the lobes of the brain, the cerebral cortex and its major regions. We will be able to describe the primary function of the lobes and the cortical region of the brain. Here you can see the cerebrum. This is the structure of the brain. Here you can see the cerebrum, the largest division of the brain. It is divided into two hemispheres, each of which is divided into four lobes. This is the structure of the brain. This is the cerebrum. Here you can see the cerebral cortex, the outermost layer of gray matter making up the superficial aspect of the cerebrum. This is the cutting section of the cerebral cortex or the cerebrum, where you can see outside is the gray matter and inside is the white matter. Here you can see the cerebral fissures, gyri, elevated ridges winding around the brain, sulci, small grooves dividing the gyri. Central sulcus divides the frontal lobe from the parietal lobe. Fissures, deep grooves, generally dividing large region or lobes of the brain. Longitudinal fissures divides the two cerebral hemispheres. Transverse fissure separates the cerebrum from the cerebellum. Sylvian fissure or lateral fissure or the lateral sulcus divides the temporal lobe from the frontal and parietal lobe. Here you can see the structure of the brain. I marked here the ridge part is the gyri, the groove part is the sulci, and the deep groove is the fissure, or we can say the sulcus. In this picture you can see the central sulcus between the parietal lobe and the frontal lobe. Frontal lobe I give the color in blue, and in parietal lobe I give the color green. In between that you can see the central sulcus, and the Sylvian fissure or the lateral fissure, or you can say the lateral sulcus, is between the temporal lobe and the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe. Means the Sylvian fissure divides the lobe into frontal, parietal and temporal. In the right hand side picture you can see the brain, the longitudinal fissure. The longitudinal fissure divides the brain into right and left hemisphere. Here you can see the lobes of the brain. As we know that there are four lobes in the brain: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe and temporal lobe. Here you can see in the blue color is the frontal lobe, green color is the parietal lobe, red color is the occipital lobe, and this light brown color, it is the temporal lobe. Now we will see individually. First of all is the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe of the brain is located deep to the frontal bone of the skull. It plays an integral role in the following function. It regulates the memory formation, emotion, decision making and personality. Here you can see the blue color is the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe and the parietal lobe, it is dividing by the central sulcus, and the major function of the frontal lobe is memory formation, emotion, decision making and personality. In this image you can see clearly the frontal lobe. In the frontal lobe there is primary motor cortex, precentral gyrus, Broca's area, orbitofrontal cortex and olfactory bulb. Near the central sulcus you can see this is the precentral gyrus, or we can say primary motor cortex, which regulates the motor function of the body. And this is the Broca's area, it is the motor speech area. Here you can see orbitofrontal cortex and olfactory bulb. Now we will discuss the second lobe of the brain. This is the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe of the brain is located deep to the parietal bone of the skull. It plays a major role in the following function: sense and indicate sensation, spatial awareness and perception. Proprioception, awareness of the body parts in space and in relation to each other. In this lobe, the major function of this lobe is the sensation. In this picture, you can see the parietal lobe and the central sulcus. Near the central sulcus, or we can say after the central sulcus, there is primary somatosensory cortex, or we can say postcentral gyrus. And parietal lobe, the main function of parietal lobe is the regulation of the sensation of the body. And in the parietal lobe, near the postcentral gyrus, you can see primary gustatory cortex. Now the occipital lobe. Here you can see the occipital lobe. The occipital lobe of the brain is located deep to the occipital bone of the skull. Its primary function is the processing, integration, interpretation, etc. of vision and visual stimuli. Here you can see the occipital lobe, which is red color, and the occipital lobe and the parietal lobe is divided by the sulcus known as posterior occipital sulcus, which is dividing the lobe into occipital and parietal. The main function of occipital lobe is vision. Now, what are the cortical region of the occipital lobe? Number one is primary visual cortex. This is the primary area of the brain responsible for sight, recognition of size, color, light, motion, and dimension. This is the area which which is responsible for recognition of size, color, light, motion, and dimension. There are one more area which is known as visual association area. Interprets information acquired through the primary visual cortex. In this picture, you can see in the occipital lobe there are two areas: primary visual area or primary visual cortex, and visual association area. We will see the temporal lobe. The temporal lobes are located on the sides of the brain, deep to the temporal bone of the skull. They play an integral role in the following function: hearing, organization, comprehension of language, information retrieval, memory, and memory function. You can see in the picture light brown color. This is the temporal lobe. If there is any injury or any problem to the temporal lobe, there may be problem of hearing, organization, comprehension of language, information retrieval, memory, and memory function. Now, what are the cortical regions of the temporal lobe? Number one is primary auditory cortex. This cortex is responsible for hearing. Second is primary olfactory cortex. Interprets the sense of smell once it reaches the cortex via the olfactory bulb, not visible on the superficial cortex. Primary olfactory cortex is not visible in the superficial cortex. Now, next is the Wernicke's area. Wernicke's area is the sensory speech area. It is responsible for language comprehension, located on the left temporal lobe. If there is any problem to this area, Wernicke's area, there is a condition called Wernicke's aphasia. Language comprehension is inhibited, words and sentence are not clearly understood, and sentence formation may be inhibited. Or in this picture, you can clearly see the temporal lobe, and in the temporal lobe, red color is the Wernicke's area below the Sylvian fissure, or we can say lateral sulcus. And primary auditory cortex, primary olfactory cortex, which is present in deep conducted from olfactory bulb. In this picture, we can see the brain very clearly. The blue color is the frontal lobe. The dark blue color is the precentral gyrus. Between the precentral gyrus and postcentral gyrus, there is central sulcus. Green color is the parietal lobe. Red color is the occipital lobe. In the occipital lobe, there is the cortical regions. Light brown area is the temporal lobe. Between the temporal lobe and the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe, there is sylvian fissure, or we can say lateral sulcus. And in this picture, here we will revise the brain again. A is the central sulcus, B is the frontal lobe, C is the sylvian fissure, D is the temporal lobe, E is the transverse fissure which divides the cerebrum and the cerebellum, F is the occipital lobe, and G is the parietal lobe. Here you can see the cortical regions of the brain. These are the cortical regions of the brain.